Normally, this stage, I would bring in Andy Statsman Baldwin to come and talk to me about goals and all the things that are happening between the big sticks around the league. But unfortunately, he's throwing darts um, at frail elderly people, I believe, or with frail elderly people today. And here we go. We've got a bag raider. And one of my favourites there too. It's Munzilla. How are you, mate?
Top. Not too bad yourself, mate.
Mate, fantastic. I'm absolutely thrilled for you. Round one, 9 goals straight away, just taking off where I thought you were a little ripped off last year, not getting an extra few extra games at the end of the season. But, mate, 9 goals, no appearance on the weekend, but you're in this weekend, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, in this week. So last week we had a wedding for our previous skipper, Lukey Roach. So,
I did see
obviously tough
something on
task,
social media there.
us and the boys. So yeah,
Well,
so
big
obviously have to kind of pick
congratulations.
one there. So
Yeah. Nah, fair enough, mate. And you probably made
oh,
the
can
right
you hear me?
choice. I mean, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a
You
bit
got me?
breaky, but that's all right. We can work through it.
It's delayed. Do you know what? When it
Yeah.
goes actually out there to broadcast, there's no delay. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. So we'll just go with it, mate, and see how long we can hang in there for.
Oh, that's all right. At least the viewers are gonna get a good feel of it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. There'll be any teething problems tonight. I know it, but there always will be because I'm a technical, like genuine screw up when it comes to tech stuff, and I don't have Shane to help me at all here at the moment. So I'm winging it all on my own. But I'm planning on this
Oh,
going
this
viral
tech
and getting a
stuff.
budget for next week. Yeah, it's bullshit.
Well, fingers crossed, mate.
Yeah, it is. So, mate, quickly, are you working specifically towards increasing your goal kicking capacity this year? Is that something you're working on your game personally?
So I think like I obviously get down to training like a bit early, do some extras, like mainly on like set shots and like just kicking around the ground and all that sort of stuff. But I think the main goal is like getting everyone involved and like not just having one person kick all the goals. Like where
Yep.
I think Mark harped on it last night where I used to kind of rate my games off how many goals I kicked. Now it's
Yep.
like what
Yep.
impacts and how I can bring my other teammates in like into it
Yep.
and get everyone else involved. And I guess it just turns out that, the goals are coming off the back of the hard work.
Yeah, brilliant, mate. It's sometimes just that little shift in mindset and how you think in terms of your approach to your game can make all the difference in just reaching a whole new level again. And if 9 goals in round one is the start of it for you, mate, we're going to see some exciting stuff from you and the Warners Bay Bulldogs. They were a little behind the pace with Terrigal on the weekend, but that could probably largely be put down to 5 or so of your best
Mm.
players not making the field, I would suggest, because you guys are certainly of that age and mindset and readiness to take it all the way this year, I would imagine.
Yeah, so I think obviously the boys are in it like pretty close to like three-quarter time and that sort of stuff, couple injuries. Um so obviously we think that if we have a full team, we can give them a good crack and like hopefully
Yeah.
even like beat them. So I think next time is hopefully at home, a bit bigger deck, but they're a gun team, like they're not the reigning premiers for no reason.
No, well, Chris Bishop's put them through their 19th pre-season, the squad there, and when you think he's always got them there in the mix, he missed the grand final the year before last, but came back and won it last year. And look, and if I'm shooting straight with you guys, there's still a little. I felt last year a little mental hoodoo for Warners Bay to get over. For them to be able to finally be able to really match it with Terrigal, but there's no reason why this
Yeah.
can't be the year for it. So you've all been together a long time, most of you boys. So it's exciting times.
Yeah, I think in the past we've obviously had those scars from like, not being beaten City in 10 years, not being terrible in 10 years. And like now
Yeah,
all the younger boys, like we're keeping like players at the club that are from juniors. So
yeah,
we're not going up. We don't have those scars anymore. And I think
yep,
we're coming into these games thinking we can have a red hot crack.
Mm.
And that's all we can really ask for, Like the next 5, 10 years, if we can keep these boys around, I think we can probably do some special things.
For sure. I know, being someone who's watched your group sort of grow and emerge together over the last, and see quite minimal in terms of your player shift from one year to the next, especially the last 2 or 3 seasons. I believe that's such a key ingredient for being strong enough to go all the way. It's one thing, we're a transient area here and we have players come and go just by nature of where we live. But when you have a group that can stay primarily together as much as what it looks like you guys have been, that's genuinely a solid core
Yeah.
to be able to go and beat the more fancied clubs that traditionally sort of hold those top spots. So I've got a good feeling for the Bulldogs this year. I think it sounds great.
Yeah, I'm
Who's
super keen. Like all the boys are young as.
Yep, yep. Are you a senior player in the group now, mate?
Yeah, it's kind of starting to feel like that a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously been a little bit older now, like 23 in a couple of weeks. Have kind of like
You
had to
old
step
man.
up.
You'll
Yeah,
be thinking of masters
have kind of
soon.
had to step up a little bit.
Yeah, oh mate,
Yeah, I think
don't be too.
yeah, definitely stepping up.
Yeah, don't be hard on yourself, mate. I'm pretty sure you've been one of the players who has stepped up incredibly. Like from the Anzac match, going back 3 seasons ago, I think when I first come up with that cracker about no one's going to work on Wednesday, right? You remember that one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Mate,
I do.
so your improvement has been out of sight, mate, and you're like you've earned that nickname, that moniker of Munzilla so well. You're a genuine monster of goals. You're a great character out on the field. Can catch a jewfish
Thanks, mate.
too. And what about boots?
Haven't been
What
fishing
about
in a
boots,
while.
mate? What are the boots? Here's another one. Kirsten Kessler, the champion from reigning women's champion and second on the goal kicking tally. I've put the call out for bag raiders. You wouldn't happen to be chiming in on behalf of a certain bag raider at your club, would you?
Oh yeah, I'm second best to Mia, but I'll take it tonight. So thanks for having me.
Oh, I love having you, Kirsten. I've been a big fan of your work for a long time. I'm just having a chat with Zach Munn. Zach, are you aware of
Hey,
Mia
I,
Wilson?
Good day.
Mia Wilson has kicked 2 bags in a row and is going for a third one this week. Most likely, most of
yeah,
those goals are coming off Kirsten's boot, I would suggest, like I did with Morris Goolagong for most of his career. But you,
yeah. I
you've got
have
to
heard a
laugh
bit
at that
about
one.
Mia. She's pretty deadly in front of goals. I've heard.
Mate, and a booming kick. I wish I could kick as far as she did. But Kirsten's very kindly chimed in, and I'm going to say that this counts as my second bag raider for tonight. Are we going to? Can we accept that?
I
Oh,
reckon.
on behalf of Mia, for sure.
Excellent. I'm on bag rating form now. I know what it feels like to be you guys a little bit. Kirsten, are you guys excited about the Anzac Day clash tomorrow? This is really a big day for everyone out at Adelaide Street. In fact, everyone on the Central Coast, because we haven't had an Anzac Day clash here for a long, long time. But the league's staying true with its promises, and 2 broadcast games tomorrow, and one at Adelaide Street, and of course, Zach, you're planning the other one, the traditional one against Cardiff tomorrow. So,
Yeah, down the
is it?
kennel.
Yeah. Does that mean something to you, Kirsten, as well, playing on a special event day like Anzac Day?
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, it's something that we, as a club, or the girls in the team at the moment, haven't experienced before. So we're pretty keen to get around, like the opportunity to do it. We've actually got someone on debut who is an ex-army servicewoman as well, Jade. So we're pretty stoked to celebrate her and all the other servicemen and
Wow.
women.
That's
Yeah, in
brilliant.
Australia and the community. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
I was going to ask if you had any servicemen or women in your respective clubs. So I'd love, you must have read my notes today, the ones I didn't send out, by the way. But, and sorry about that. Uh, do you have a nickname up there at KV normally with amongst the girls?
Tess. I don't go by my first name very often, so it's pretty odd to hear. Can you hear me or not?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I do apologise.
It's a bit
Well, now
scratchy,
that we're
but it's
mates,
alright.
I'm going to call you Kez from now on. Okay,
Sounds good.
is that all right? And as I can't. I can't ignore my third bad grader for tonight. I'm on genuine bad grading form here.
The big
Rob,
Hoff.
the Hoffloader, the front end Hoffloader, who's sitting third, I think, on the goal kicking tally already with a monster amount of goals. Ryland, well done, mate. Great start to the season. Please meet Kess up the top there, and you probably know Munzilla. You guys are battling it out for top spots on the men's goal kicking tally. Mate, great start by
Yeah,
you.
we've had a
You
couple
must be
chats.
excited. You must be excited, getting over your
Yeah,
injury and bursting out the way you have in the first 2 weeks.
yeah, it's good fun. Body's feeling pretty good, which is good. So, training's been good. And then, look, I can't go without giving credit to my boy Zach. He I can't do it without him. And then like they just I don't know, just my midfield helps me a lot. Just gives
Yeah.
me the ball where I need it, and yeah, it's good fun though. I'm having a
The
blast.
Saints boys were probably I get excited over the Saints midfield, mate, but it was sort of difficult for them when they didn't have a target down the end in the back half of last year. I think Zach Stewart's probably one of the best midfield clearance players I've seen in the league for a while. He just is like I call him run through it Stewart actually because that's what he seems to do. But they must be pleased to have a big target like you back and offloading goals in the way that you are. So are they excited? Do they get excited? Do they get
Yeah,
around you when you're
that's
kicking the goals, mate?
yeah. I hear about it at training when I'm like doing my set shots and that they give it to me pretending it's like game day, but nah, I've got a really good connection with all the boys in the midfield, which helps a lot, makes it
That's
easier
brilliant,
for
mate.
them.
I feel absolutely spoilt here having so many champions in my studio all at once. Kes, how's fame and fortune been for you after winning the women's the big one for the women last season, which was so well deserved, by the way. Did you know that I picked you to win that out of our broadcast crew?
Oh, there you go. Good tip. No, honestly, I was pretty shocked. You never sort of go out, I think, to win individual accolades. They're just a bonus that come along with them. But to be honest, like winning the flag again, was honestly highlight of the year. So, as I said, just
Yeah, that's
cherry
what
on
it's
top
about.
that other stuff. So, yeah, keen to hopefully win another one this year.
Yeah. Well, we get a chance to have a look at you for the first time this year. Certainly, the results have seemed pretty like you guys are on track for another one now. We haven't had a good look at the Newcastle City girls. Very much looking forward to seeing you guys operate tomorrow, especially at on Anzac Day. Are you expecting a big resistance from the entrance Barrow Bay?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like crosstown rivals, no matter where you're from, there's always a bit more to those games. So we expect them to come out really hot around the ball. So I think we're just going to have to come out, go through our process. And yeah, I think the result will take care of itself if we stick to our game plan. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it. But as I said, just that bit extra being, just down the road, I think.
Yeah. Well, if there's one thing you girls have got right, it's your game plan. You're a joy to watch every week. We love coming in and seeing you guys. You battle it out right through to the end of every game. You've just got strength everywhere. So can't wait to see tomorrow. We might even catch you on the field and have a little interview at half time. So that's might be the bonus of helping me out here tonight and making me look good. With the boys, boys, do you guys spend much time paying attention to other teams' forwards? Well, I've got two of you big bag rating players here now. Do you spend much time as a forward, as a
Yep.
key forward and genuine target for your side? Do you take much attention to other forwards in other clubs and other teams and see what they're doing? Well, I guess what I'm asking is, do you check my bag rater list every week?
Yeah, me and Hoffman over here, we've had a couple chats after the games and that sort of stuff. And I'm pretty close with a couple other boys, so we always like have a couple messages around or and that sort of stuff after the weekend. I think one of the boys you
Yeah,
better get on,
that's good.
Big Motto. Yeah, I've been a couple messages
Who's
from him
coming on?
too.
Yeah, right.
Isn't a
Yeah,
big
good. It
Hendo
looks like it's
Moto?
going to be a big. Hendo Moto, yeah, he's joining me at about 7 because I'm going to interview the two boys over the Anzac Day Clash tomorrow, and they're coming on at about
Yep.
7. Um, would you guys all be keen to come and chat? This is a new project for us in as such. I sort of don't exactly know what mixed grill is going to end up like. I know what we want to do, and the sensible guys have got Wednesday night, but the mad guys going to have Friday from here on in. So we've got a whole heap of stuff planned in different segments and all that, and we'll continue with following the goal kickers through the course of the year. And I just want to say thanks to you
Yeah, I'm
guys in
keen
particular
on
for.
helping in any way.
Thank you, mate. That's legendary. I love the players and I love pumping it up and making a big deal out of all the efforts that you guys go to. And I know I get a bit carried away with it sometimes, but I love the support that we get from the players in particular. You guys are getting right behind it. So long as it's working for you, then Four Quarter Chop's going to keep going crazy on this end and make the most out of it because it's I just love coming and watching you guys play. You're doing so well. And I just want to wish you all the very best for this year. I've got a soft spot for every club in some capacity, some more than others, and I won't tell you which one's which, of course. But you guys in particular, I think there's no secrets there that you are right up there amongst my favourites. So I don't mind if I'm not your favourite commentator.
Oh,
That's
thanks, mate. I
okay. You
think
keep
Thank
that to
you.
yourself.
Appreciate
I think the
Very,
league loves your
very
work
good
too,
indeed.
mate.
All
Like
right,
all the
I'm going
hype
to
that it
ask
brings
you
around.
before. What's that, mate? Sorry.
I think the league also loves like all the hype and all that sort of stuff, like getting around all the boys and the girls as well. Like, it just brings the whole league up and brings everyone with you. So
Cheers, mate. Thank
Agreed.
you very much. Well, I'm hoping this year we'll get out in the back half of the season. I'm actually going to come out and I had a little goal of trying to get a second grade game with every club this year if they could have me, but the first two clubs I approached said no straight away, so I might ditch that idea. But I definitely am going to try and get out to a training session. So I'll get out to a training session at least because there's Masters Carnival this year, so I kind of want to do something. But yeah, I love what you guys are doing, and I'm not kicking you off, by the way. But I probably should have a chat to the boys that are coming on. But if you guys, when I'll lock you in for a chat the next time we've got you guys the next day in a match, if for match of the round, and we'll have a little bit more of a longer chat.
yep,
And I've actually got some fun stuff in my segments that I've got planned for you players as well. So if I can put you down on my go-to list, I'll be certain to give you a call.
yep, definitely.
Sounds
Unreal.
good.
All right, guys, with that, I'm going to let you sign off. Get an early night. Play well tomorrow. You've got the day off, Ryland, of course. The Hoploader will be kicking back probably at the beach or something like that.
Yeah.
But Manzilla and Kess,
Gonna
all
be
the very
drinking
best for
beers.
tomorrow. What's that, mate? A few beers. Don't let your coach hear that. He'll come down on you
Oh,
hard, your
right, I'll be
coach.
drinking the beers.
Nah.
All right.
I'll be
All the best,
checking the
guys.
score from the pub.
Thank
All right,
you.
see you guys. Good luck,
Bye.
Yeah,
pressure.
we'll
Thank
do that.
you.
All the best, guys. Thanks so much for joining. Chop on bag rating form. Will he
Thank
get his
you.
first online bag tonight? Well, remains to be seen. I'm on 3. Definitely hoping for a 5. If I can get 5, then I'm sort of in good company, I think. But we'll see. There's only 2 other bag raters. I'm putting a lot of faith in the last 2. One of them I haven't even met yet, and I just gave him a nickname which he might not like. So I might get a bunch of 5s rather than 5 bag raters.